Hey there, it's David from Baer on Marketing, and in this video I'm going to be sharing the 21-step sales letter formula. Now, this is a formula that was created by Perry Belcher. If you don't know Perry Belcher, he's the co-founder of Digital Marketer. He's a serial entrepreneur, and he is one of many who understand that writing effective sales copy is not as much about writing as it is about assembly. This notion was first put forward by the great sales copywriter Eugene Schwartz, where you do not have to write copy as much as assemble it. Well, that's the notion behind this formula that I'm about to share with you, the 21 steps that Perry Belcher put together that is highly effective at persuading somebody to buy something, and it's really very good at helping overcome objections, which is a goal very often when you are trying to make a sale, is to help people get past whatever the objections are that they might have. And you'll see hints of that as we go through it. Plus, in a moment, I'm going to share with you how you can speed up the entire copywriting process overall. But first, let's dive into Perry Belcher's 21-step sales letter formula. So the first thing you want to do is you want to call out to your audience. At the very top of the sales letter, what you want to do is say, attention, women who want to lose weight before the summer, or men who want to improve their golf swing. And so you know that you are going to be speaking to a specific audience, and they know if they see the sales letter that it is indeed for them. The next thing you're going to do is grab their attention with a big promise headline. So, for example, if we carry out that golf swing idea a little bit further, everything you've learned about improving your golf swing is a lie. Or how to lose 10 pounds in 10 days quickly and easily. It's offering a big promise. Now, number 3 is that you actually want to back up this big promise in a way that is going to be more believable. This is done just under the headline in something we call a subhead or subheadline. The idea here is that it transitions from some big promise to something that might be more tangible and accessible for them. Number 4, you want to identify the problem by telling a story about a problem or a struggle or a challenge that might exist, or specifically identifying the audience that you called out at the very top of the sales letter, and speak to them about a problem or a challenge that they may be dealing with. Then you want to provide the solution. Now, this is where you're going to reveal your particular solution, which might be your product, your service, and explain why it's different or better than any of the solutions that exist out there in the marketplace right now. This is really where you want to figure out your unique selling proposition and how you differ from anything else that they might consider. Number 6 is where you show the pain of and cost of development. So what did you have to endure, or the other people who might have been involved in developing this solution, in order to bring it to the market? What this does is it helps establish empathy and affinity with the audience who is reading the sales letter or watching the video sales letter, and they feel like you've done a lot of work, you've gone through a lot of effort to bring this solution to them. Number 6, explain the ease of use of your solution. Let them know that it is going to be straightforward and simple and easy. There's a famous notion that was shared by a copywriter named John Carlton about the fact that the way that people buy things is they have this fantasy that all they have to do is buy the thing, go to sleep, and wake up, and they'll have, everything is done for them, solved for them, and life is great. And so you want to insert this idea here at this point in the sales letter to demonstrate it's easy, it's simple, don't worry about it. All you need to do is push a button and poof, what you want is appears. Now, of course, you can't lie about this, but you want to identify the things that are going to make it so much easier than any other approach they may have taken to solve the problem. Number 8, show the speed of results. So if it's going to happen typically in 10 days or 30 days or as soon as you unwrap it or whatever it is, you want to give them an idea of how quickly they can expect to see the results. Number 9, futurecast. This is also known as future pacing. The idea is that you want to paint an image in their mind here of what the future could be like once this problem that they're dealing with is solved by your product or service. Number 10, you want to show your credentials. Basically what this does is it establishes your credibility and demonstrates the expertise that you have around the subject matter that you're addressing. Now, one key point here is that if you have credentials like a PhD from Yale or Harvard that has nothing to do with the product or service that you're selling, you really don't want to share those. You need to make sure that your credentials are relevant to what is being talked about and what's being offered. 11, detail the benefits. Now, it's a great way to sort of talk about how people are going to, what they're going to get out of it. And I like to use bullet points to sort of tick off all the different benefits that they can get from what it is that you're offering. A great way to do this, if you're struggling with what is the benefit, is to look at each feature of what you're selling and then figure out, okay, what does this help somebody do? And you can simply phrase that as I've shown here by using the words "so you can." So you might say, it includes a 15 page checklist and workbook, so you can easily go through each item and make sure that you've fully completed that part of the process, right? So you want to figure out how to identify the benefit, and a great way to identify each benefit is by looking at each feature and then figuring out what it allows them to do as a result of that benefit, that feature being there. Number 12, get social proof. Use outside authorities, third-party validation. You can also obviously go to people who have purchased this before and get testimonials, but credibility from things like quotes of authority, influencers, statistics from research studies, case studies that may not have anything specifically to do with what you're selling can also be highly effective at getting somebody to believe that what you are offering is going to work based on the fact that there is outside third-party validation of what you're trying to suggest is going to work. Number 13, you want to make your offer. You're going to tell them exactly what they're getting for the price that they're paying for the product or the service. And this is done in a detailed way. In fact, what we do is we outline each and every step of, or each and every component of what's being offered. And then on top of that, you want to do number 14, which is add bonuses, add additional things that are going to incentivize somebody to buy. Often what happens is, somebody looks at the product or service that's for sale and, they're considering, well, that's great, but I could shop around based on price and find something else out there that might be just as good. When you add bonuses, it increases the perceived value of what you are offering. Now, it's important not to go overboard with bonuses here. You want to make sure that obviously they're relevant, but you also want to make sure that they have high perceived value themselves, and that either somebody would believe that they cost as much as or even more than the main product or service that you're offering. 15, build up your value. So by what you're doing here is basically you are identifying the price of each and every component of what you're selling. The main product, maybe each section of the main product or service, what the value of each of those is, the value of the bonus as well, or bonuses as well, so that when you add it all up, which is what you're going to do on the next step here when you reveal the price, people will have a sense of what the total value is, and then you reveal what the actual price is. And this really helps people identify the price that you're charging as a great value compared to the total value of everything that is being offered. This is also a good time if you have a buy button that you want to implant in the sales letter, or if you're running a video sales letter and you want to have the buy button pop up under the video. This is the perfect time for that to happen too. 17, inject scarcity if at all possible. If you don't have scarcity, you're not going to sell quite as well. And so think about what it is that you can insert by way of scarcity that will get people to want to buy now. Maybe you have a limited time price that you're going to be increasing. And so you want to make sure that they know that the price is going up and they should get it before it does. Or it's a limited time offer and there's a deadline that they need to act before, or that the bonuses that you're offering are only going to be there for a certain period of time or until they run out. So some form of scarcity is important at this point as well. Number 18, give a guarantee. And what this does is it removes any possible risk that they might feel exists by saying, don't worry about it, this is guaranteed. And there are all kinds of guarantees. You don't necessarily need to offer a money-back guarantee. There's many different ways that you can guarantee what you're offering. The longer the guarantee period, by the way, the less likely that you're going to have people return. For example, people are often quick to return things in a 14-day or a 30-day guarantee period, but if it's 60, 90, 365 days, or even a lifetime guarantee, you will find that very few people actually take advantage of longer period guarantees. 19, call to action. So this is basically telling them this is what you need to do next in order to buy. And the call to action is not simply click the button and go buy. You want to give them as much specific information, whether it's screenshots or describing what they're going to be doing in the checkout process and how they get access to the thing that they're buying. The more detail, the better, because ultimately this contributes to believability. Number 20, give them a warning. Warn them about the consequence of not actually taking action and what's at risk if they don't buy. What are the consequences of continuing to do the same thing that they're currently doing versus taking advantage of the product or service that you're offering? What could they be giving up by not taking advantage of your offer? And finally, 21, close with a reminder. This might be a summary or a recap of what the offer is, what the guarantee is, what the benefits are, and how great the value is as well. So there you have it, the 21 steps from Perry Belcher's 21-step sales letter formula. Now, as I promised earlier, I want to show you a quick and easy way to speed up the copywriting process. It's a tool that I use called Automatic Script, and basically the idea is pretty simple. 3 steps to churn out great starting point for your copy. First, you want to select the type of script that you want to create. Then you answer a series of questions that will form the basis for your copy. Finally, you generate your copy and edit it for clarity, or it helps you flesh out further ideas so that you can have a more complete piece of copy produced. Now, not only does it do sales letters, it does a whole range of things, including calls to action, email sequences, single emails, ads for Facebook and Google, headlines, information products, opt-in page content, order bump content, phone scripts, testimonials, upsells, video sales letter scripts, and also webinar content as well as webinar promotion materials. Now, I use the enterprise version of this software. There's just a heck of a lot more choices in there, and if you're considering this tool, I would absolutely recommend the enterprise option. Now, when you get the enterprise option through my referral link, I'll actually throw in an exclusive bonus. You can choose from one of several products that I sell on my website, my email campaign mastery templates, my sales copy simplified course, my social media marketing course, and there's a few others that you get to choose from, priced anywhere on my website from like $75 all the way up to almost $300. So you get to choose that once you purchase the enterprise plan of Automatic Script. For more details on all of this, go ahead and click the link below this video to check out Automatic Script for yourself. Oh hey, before you go, if you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you got a comment, please leave one. And finally, don't forget to subscribe.